Tech's founder, Richard Hartman, misappropriating millions of dollars of investor funds from unregistered crypto asset security offering, raising more than $1 billion.
Stand by to stand by.
Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow King Pooey. Cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. It's just King Pooey, you and me. Not much left for them to see, so damn right they have to agree.
Bang, bang. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We got the Vets and Crypto Show back in action. Good to see you. Good to be back. Good to be seen, right? Hey, Monday is that buddy check, right? Check on your buddy, your brother, your sister, say what's up, all that good stuff. Check in. Today, we got Mr. Hodes with Vet Token. So without further ado, we'll bring them up. Let's go. Bang, bang. How you doing, brother? Mic check. Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah.
How's it going? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Sounding good.
Right on.
Sounding good. Top of the day to you. Maybe if you have an adjustment on your microphone, a little higher or closer, if at all possible.
Hey, right back at you.
All right. Good deal.
That cut out a little bit. What'd you say?
Yeah, good deal. You sounding good, looking good. Good to meet you. First time, all that good stuff. So I guess if we can
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, likewise. Start a little background. What branch you served in, what years, if you'd so like to share, and just kind of your crypto story, how you got to where you are right now, and then I'll pull up the website and we can kind of go over the details of what you got going on.
Yeah, very good. So my name is Matt Rhodes. Everybody calls me Mr. Rhodes. I was in the Air Force. I was an F-15 crew chief. I was stationed at Langley for 4 years, 96 to 2000. 3 trips to Saudi Arabia. First 2 were pretty uneventful, but the third one, there was a biological attack on base, and I was affected. So to this day, I have a disability, but I know that there's thousands, millions of others out there that have it a lot. So I decided that I wanted to give back, even though I suffer in my own little ways. I wanted to give back to other veterans. So I created the veteran token. And before I get into that, a little bit history on my crypto background. I got into the space around 2021, at the height of the bull market, chasing green candles, losing my ass on all my plays, learning the hard way for everything, basically. But I learned a lot. And I sat back and observed for quite a while and made a lot of friends, a lot of partnerships, and just wanted to learn more. So I've been doing that for many years, and I decided to launch the veteran token to give back to other veterans. If you want, I can do my little shill message about vet, or I can just tell you about it off the cuff, whatever you'd like.
Let's lead into the shill, and and then we can dive in and explore it some more for sure.
Okay, cool. So our veterans, the men and women who have given themselves for the cause of freedom and security, should not have to fight another battle when they return home, yet many of them do. Not only are they fighting to find their place in society after service, many of them have lost the dignity that they have earned and deserve. Everybody says they support veterans, but support without action is just words. To facilitate action, I've created the Veteran Token to provide direct, transparent, and community-driven decentralized giving to veterans in your community. Built on the Binance and the Infineon blockchains, VET is a taxable token that directs 2% of every buy and sell dedicated to a dedicated donation wallet. Each month, the community chooses a crypto-friendly veteran charity to receive the funds. Blockchain technology ensures that every transaction is trackable, immutable, verifiable, creating a transparent system of trust. To maximize the impact beyond the crypto space, I've established a 501c3 nonprofit organization called the Heroes Alliance. This nonprofit enables outside funding through state and federal grants, ensuring sustainable and scalable financial support for VET's mission. Additionally, I've partnered with Endowment to create the Heroes Alliance Fund. This allows both crypto and non-crypto community members, aka normies, to make tax-deductible donations directly to the project. VET and the Heroes Alliance are not just projects. They are a movement integrating the power of community, innovation, financial impact to support vets in our communities. It's a new way to bridge the gap between intention and action, ensuring that those who have served receive the recognition and support they deserve. So instead of waiting for governments, large institutions to solve the problems veterans are facing, VET and the Heroes Alliance are empowering individuals, businesses, and communities to take action. By combining the power of the blockchain, nonprofit funding, and grassroots engagement, veteran support is not just lip service, it is action.
Yeah.
So that's
bam. Yeah, that's good, brother. Yeah, I like it. That's smooth. It's clean, and it gets to the point. You cover all the bases on it. Man, we definitely are aligned in so many aspects with our different projects, and the more awareness we can bring, across crypto. Right? Like it's not our chain against your chain, this or that, what have you. You're representing, you're on the V.I.C, the Binance side of things. And that's great. They got deep pockets, it's well established, etc. The fees are affordable. It's a good solid L1 to be on. So yeah, definitely. That is outstanding. I'm doing similar. The Vets in Crypto is a 501c3 organization as well. So are you running when you pick out your charity each month, is that something you're voting on in your Telegram group, or do you have a DAO built into your smart contract? How are you running it?
Yeah, so I do a bunch of research on different veteran charities, and right now I'm sticking to just crypto friendly. However, my partnership with Endowment just opened the door to non-crypto friendly as well. So basically, any veteran charity it is for donations. They select 4 or 5, can do their research. So they vote on which one they want to donate the funds to. So our last donation was to Children of Fallen Patriots, and they are a charity that supports children that have lost one of their veteran family members, parents, and puts them through school, gives them a scholarship. So our donation wasn't all that big. It was $410, but it was enough to pay for one semester of books for one child, or one student. So
That's cool.
that was pretty cool. And one other thing I didn't mention in my shill about VET is that it's not only a donation and a charity token, but it's also a reward token. So 2% of the buys and sells also goes right back to the holder. So if you're holding on the V.I.C chain, then you're going to get USDT automatically right back in your wallet. And we're dual chain, so we're on the Infineon chain as well. And that's a newer layer 2 ETH chain. And if you're holding on that side, you're going to get ETH right back into your wallet automatically as well.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, I sent you a message there. Yeah, if try to switching back to the avatar.
I like to reward the people for supporting that, not just.
Yeah, you're breaking up, brother, a little bit. The bandwidth, I think, is a little low. If you just want to go back,
I don't know if on my side or your side.
Just try on your side. Try going to the icon, the logo image, and we'll see if the audio stays clear on that aspect. So yeah, so how'd the development of your how'd the development of your logo pop up here? How'd you come across that? What got you to that design?
So I started out with some type of a shield with $VET on it. And the reason the ticker is VETT is because VET itself is already taken by VeChain. I really wanted just VET, but it is what it is. So VET token, VETT. So I wanted a shield, and I have some preliminary designs, and it looked okay. It was kind of cheesy looking, honestly. So one of my friends came up with that one, and I'm like, yep, that's it.
Yeah,
and then
definitely, I like the fire.
I do have a bunch of other ones, a couple different variations of it, which look good. But I think this is the
yeah, it looks good. I like it. So I'll pull up the website here. Let's see here. We got the veteran-token.com. Is the website.
That's the website. I do need to do a couple updates to it, but for the most part, it's all correct and it's live. It looks okay. Looks pretty good.
Yeah. So walk us through it. So you got a built-in swap feature here. I'm just going to click on that.
Yep. So you can basically choose whatever asset that you have and swap for VET or vice versa.
Gotcha. Okay. Is buying with a credit or debit card working decently for you, or for at least maybe, I guess, for Americans on the American side if they're trying?
You cut out on me. I couldn't quite hear.
Yeah, no worries. I was just asking about the swap feature here with using like a bank card for Americans, like if they use a debit card or something. Who's the back end? Who are you using?
Yeah, your connection keeps cutting out. I only heard part of what you said.
Yeah. Okay. Let me try stopping my video, and we'll see if together we can make this happen here. All right. Where were we? Oh, I was asking you about the back end on the swap here. Who are you using on that end of it?
Yeah.
So how long? So who are you using on the backside for the swap and stuff here, provider wise?
I'm not exactly sure. That's something that my dev set up. And I can get with him and get back to you on those details. But
Sure, no worries.
that was just one thing he
No.
wanted to add to the website, and I thought that was a pretty good idea. So I
Yes.
am not sure what's on the backside.
Okay. Yeah, I'm all about like a one-stop shop for the customer, right? For investors, speculators, like why send them somewhere else to go buy your token, keep everything in house, right? You're going to retain that customer. They're not going to hopefully see another next shiny thing or what have you, and get lost somewhere else. So I like that a lot. Good deal. And then on the so you got the exchange transactions that just help keep track of everything. Once you have a wallet connected, obviously that would populate. That's a good idea here.
Yes.
I guess taking me with to the invoices here. So if you connected your wallet, you bought some vet. Is it automatically going to generate an invoice here for you, for the customer?
Yeah. At least the transactions. I haven't seen how the invoice. I haven't seen anybody actually use yet, which is kind of surprising because it's right there in the website.
Yeah, for sure.
I did not get a chance to test out the invoice portion of it myself, but yes, after we'll keep track of all of that. I think I lost you again. Hey, give me a second. I'm going to do something. I'm going to drop and then rejoin. Is that okay?
Cross vet. I'm trying to recall. I just don't recall. Surfing around, doing something. So he's checking his connection in the meantime while he's doing all that. That is all good. Try and keep it going. Give you a little
Konnichiwa!
yeah, baby.
Sorry about that. I just realized what the issue was, and we're all set.
Okay. Yeah, I was starting to double check and redo what I could do on my end as well. And okay, cool. Outstanding. Yeah, there was even a little delay there and all that, but good,
Yep.
man. Good troubleshooting. Like it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yep. Sorry about that.
Let's see. All right, back in action. Where were we here? So
All
now,
right. Cool.
so
So we
let's
kind of went over the swapper, the transactions, all that stuff.
yeah. So yeah, we were breaking up earlier. I was just sharing with you that I'm a big fan of a one-stop shop for a website. Like, keep your customers in one place. Why lose them and let them go wandering off into the Internet of Things, and all that stuff. I see down here you have multiple languages available.
Yep.
So I'm just clicking buttons and testing it out. Nice. You're giving me some ideas now,
Right on.
for sure. Yeah, man, that's what it's all about. Good stuff.
Yep.
All right, so got that. We cover the transactions. Yeah, I like the invoice side of it. That'll be interesting once people start taking advantage of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a note to get with my dev, and we got to test that. I want to see exactly how that part works. I only tested transactions, not the invoices.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely. And that's what it's all about, is just pushing buttons, clicking shit and seeing what works and what needs tweaking. And no one's ever done building. Like, once you get this bug and you
Yeah.
start tweaking, like, it's a thing, man. You just the next thing spurs, and oh well, if I do this, or I can add that, and it rewards this, and you start going
Yeah.
down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, and I'm always trying to build new utility into the project too. So if I see something on somebody else's project, like, oh, that'd be really cool for vet, then I got to get with them and find out how it works and see if I can do that too.
Yeah, definitely. Now, do you have your own YouTube channel yet or anything? Have you gotten that far? No.
I haven't gotten that far. Nope, and I haven't. I have my own X page, obviously, but I haven't hosted any spaces, for vet
Okay.
itself. I'm always going to other spaces to shill about vet and spread the word and that kind of thing.
So just, we're all about learning and just, doing new stuff here. If you look above on the top there, there should be a button that says share with your audience.
Yeah.
So if you click that and then enter in your X profile, this will automatically stream to X under your profile.
Geez.
Yeah.
Automatically, huh?
Yeah, it's beautiful,
That's simple.
man. Yeah, it's really cool and easy for sure. And then
All right,
you're
so
just getting more
I
exposure.
gotta re-log into StreamYard. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Do your thing, because that just, more eyes, getting the word out, right? That's what it's all about. So
Absolutely. Yep.
Now-
I gotta spread the word and more people.
for sure. So you'll see, as you do different streams on different platforms, not everybody has this option enabled. Some like to, for whatever the reasons are, want to keep it contained and don't allow their guests to share with their audiences. I'm obviously on the other side of that. I think the more the merrier to get it out there. The algorithms and all that fun, good stuff, likes all that. So it's good.
Yep.
So we got the wallet here. So what's going on with the wallet? You can literally legit create a wallet. So you just pick one.
Yeah, and it is through MetaMask.
Okay. So it's on the back end with MetaMask. All right. Have you heard of Rabby wallet? Oh, yeah.
I had to log into StreamYard and it dropped me and re-added me.
He's sharing with his audience, so I'm sure he had to log out and log back in here. Yep. So get him firing on all cylinders here. Thanks for the feedback, peeps. We'll get it going. All right. So now if you want to, in your browser, go to your X profile and see on your logo there, on your X profile, if it says live or if you have that red circle, like if you're doing a spaces or something, and then you click on that and you should be able to see yourself on stream if you're able to share it with your audience there.
All right. I think I'm trying to do too much at once. I did try to stream to my audience, and it just totally hosed my computer. So I need to get a new laptop with more RAM. This sucks.
Yeah, they're goblins, man. They're goblins. Yeah, a solid. Damn, dude. Like even a solid phone. I'm surprised. Like I run Apple. Half the time I'm switching and using my damn Apple phone. It works pretty. It's pretty amazing how much is packed into such a small device these days.
I agree. And when I go on Spaces, I do it on my Apple phone now. My was it a 15 Pro or something like that? But yeah, nice. I don't get the rugging, the robotic voice. Nothing happens when I'm on my phone, but always on my computer.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, solid desktop type deal or what have you. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna back on your home page here. Try blowing it up, make it a little bigger for everyone to see at home. So we'll bring it down here. So the veteran token, the utility token that gives back to veterans who have honorably served in our nation's militaries. Your mission to provide continuous support to veterans by leveraging blockchain technology. The project is committed to making a meaningful impact on the lives of veterans and their families through monthly strategic charitable donations. Are you hearing the chiming? I'm sorry. Let me.
Yeah, I'm hearing the notifications. Are those Telegram?
Yeah. God damn it! Because I was gonna jump over to your Telegram here. So let me just close. Let me quit out of that. I apologize. So if you hold VET tokens, you have direct reflections in your wallet. 2% buying and selling fees automatically come back to you in the form of USDT or ETH. Nice. Depending on which chain you hold your tokens, the more VET tokens you own, the more you earn. Gotcha. So USDT for Binance and ETH for the L2. Is that how that's working?
Yep, that's correct.
And what was the name of that one again? The L2? The Ethereum L2?
It's
Fiori?
Infineon, and it's spelled INFINAEON. They wanted to make it a little bit different, which they did.
Yeah. Right? Nice. Yeah, I like it. So again, are you guys we can just recap here. Each month you're voting on which charity to send funds to. Is that through your Telegram group? You guys are doing the voting?
Yes. Yep. It's all through Telegram. That's where I have the main community. So like I said earlier, I'll research a bunch of different charities, provide those 4 or 5 charities to the community with links to their website so they can do their own research and vote on which one they'd like the funds to go to.
Awesome. Yeah, nice flowing website here. You got your white paper.
The white paper there is pretty much this. It's very similar to what you see on the web page.
Okay. Gotcha. Tokenomics. All right. When did you launch this?
So we launched this mid-January, and for the first month or so, we had some volume. It was working pretty well. since then. Some of the token holders have sold off, and there hasn't been a lot of volume. So the donation wallet is not being filled as quickly as the previous month. So
Right.
we're actually punting the donation for this month to next month to wait for that to fill up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I just established the partnership with Endowment. So that'll allow outside funds for normies to donate whatever they want, whether that's fiat or it opens the door for many different currencies, stocks and bonds, just all kinds of other stuff if they feel that's how they want to donate.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that once I get that customer facing website up and running, I'll be able to announce that to the community, and people will be able to donate. I know a lot of people that are not in the crypto that feel that they really want to donate, but I haven't had that availability yet. But now that is coming. It should be this week. So I'm super hopeful that we get the word out there and funds start funding the project so we can donate more and more. Every dollar that comes in through that fund is going directly to the charities.
Okay.
Everything will be on the blockchain. Everything is transparent. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's what it's all about, man. So let's see. Let me get to the correct Telegram here. Yeah, you have a lot of great engagement here in your.
We have a lot of fun stuff going on in the community.
Yeah. Oh, I got to do a tab here. Hang on. We'll get this shit figured out eventually here.
Next time it'll be a little more smooth on both of our sides.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay, window. So share and then window. Okay, here we go. As I am showing everybody my shit. So yeah, you got you got a point system here going. That's really cool. Your use of your bots here is pretty cool.
Yeah. So
if you want to walk me through what you're using.
Yeah, there's a couple cool ones. The first one right there that you're showing is, yeah, that one right there is the community participation bot, and it just keeps a tally on daily, weekly, and monthly participation from different users. And I do hold contests every once in a while to earn some free vet tokens. So say for a week, the most active 5 community members get entered into a raffle to win tokens or something like that. So I do that often. There's a couple other ones. There's an hourly contest bot. The first person to respond correctly to that bot, right now it's like bragging rights. So the quickest you can respond, faster than anybody else. That's a lot of fun. I hold the record of 2 seconds for the fastest response. And then there have been, I think, 2 other people that have matched that 2 seconds, and I've rewarded them with tokens because they achieved that. Try to keep it fun in there, that kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
There's also a Twitter bot that every time the Twitter account gets followed, we get an announcement there. So we see those. Like every time I am a speaker on an AMA shilling vet, afterwards we get another 10 followers or something like that. So it's pretty cool to see.
Definitely. I lost my spot here. That's all right. This is showing mine. I was clicking your bot. So your chat fight, how does the chat fight work?
Let's see. The chat fight is, I think that's the one where it keeps track of the different. Let me see. Chat fight bot. Yeah, that one I think is the hourly contest. So
Mm,
there's a window that pops up every hour, and you click on it to reveal the word or the image, and you have to either click on the image or respond with the correct word in the telegram. You got to do it
that's very
fast.
cool. Yeah, yeah. That's very cool. All right. Um, we'll stop moving that. So the other part here, we'll pull up the good old infamous deck screener here. If I got that preloaded. Do. So yeah, with yours, I see. Yeah, man, that's awesome. You got lot. You're able to lock your liquidity.
Yep, liquidity's
Yeah,
locked. I think it was locked for 6 months to begin with because that was the most I could do at one time starting out. But as soon as that unlocks, I'll lock for indefinitely, at least a year for the next time. I'm
yeah.
also thinking about locking my tokens because I do have some tokens. I was thinking about locking them and lock them for 6 months, a year, or whatever. Um, that'll show the community that I'm not going anywhere. I'm fully doxxed, and anything you want to
Yep.
ask me, I'm here.
Yep.
Got a lot of good friends that know me in this space, so I have a reputation to keep up, and I don't want to tarnish that in any way. So,
Yeah, exactly. And the being a 501c3, right? Like it's out there.
yep,
I haven't found a way around it, but likewise, like if somebody wants me to write a letter, if acknowledging the donation for IRS purposes, yeah, you gotta dox yourself, to us, so to speak,
yep,
to be able to write that letter accordingly, so you can keep that on file. But hopefully here it'll be a problem that many will have and that many will want to take up. Yeah, for such things. So there's your link to deck screener there for everybody at home. Yeah, we definitely will bring you back on when we do, because we have another show called the Shit Show,
hmm
and you might have caught a glimpse of that the other day.
yeah, yeah. Sounds
And
like
we
fun.
have, yeah, we try to, we have a lot of art, music, culture. We're trying to make crypto fun again, right?
Yeah,
That's the whole point. So definitely, we're all about cross chain, bringing people on. We've made relationships with other people from XRP, um, etc. So
cool. Yeah,
there's
I'd love to join. I'd love to check it out and you know be a guest on there.
definitely. So
And
just
before I forget, I wanted to mention, some of the other partnerships that I've already made. Um,
yeah, please do.
so I actually launched Vet on the V.I.C network through a good friend of mine, Bruno. He's part of the World of Rewards War.
Okay.
Uh, I've known him and his project for about 4 years now, 3+ years. And at first, I was just a community member and adding to my bag and supporting them. They have a pretty cool, unique ecosystem there, and I love it. But as time went on, I became a whale there, and just chatting with them, getting to trust them. They actually invited me to be their official spokesperson for their AMAs, so that's pretty cool. Um,
Yeah.
they have a launch pad through their project on BSC and Solana. So I decided I would take that leap of faith and launch Vet through their BSC launchpad, and I am so happy I did. They make it so easy and so seamless. Um, it's not expensive to do. They take care of everything. Their dev is absolutely incredible. And it was just so easy to do. I'm very happy I did it. So I wanted to, mention that. So they are a partner of mine.
If you have a
Obviously,
link, by all means, throw it in the private chat, and I'll put it
Yeah.
in the chat here. Might as well promote them if they worked good for you. Let's give them a shout out and some recognition for sure.
They did. All right. Just posted the link to their official Telegram.
Cool.
I've also partnered with Infineon, obviously, because I launched on their network, their chain. Prevail, the Prevail token, and in doing so, you can buy VET on their sell list decks right on their site. And also, I have a merch store through Prevail, so you can get
Hey,
hoodies like this, and then on the back, let's see if I can show it to you.
yeah,
Veteran token.
there you
Um,
go. Yeah,
Also have a really nice travel mug. It's the top where it seals up, and I've never seen one done so well. So it actually holds the liquid. If you tip it
yeah.
over, it doesn't spill. It's a good one.
Yeah, you're
Um,
pulling a Dairy Queen and it doesn't come out.
that's right. Yeah,
Does its
there you
job.
go. Does its job. So
Very cool.
a lot of good merch over there. Great project. Great family. Memezilla, that's another one that's amazing. They're on their way up. They're doing super cool stuff. Master Key Finance. So this one's kind of special, and
Mhm.
I'm in the middle of getting with their dev. With partnering with Master Key Finance, this is the third utility in VET. The first one obviously is supporting our veterans first and foremost. Second one is being rewarded, but this third utility, you're going to be able to stake your veteran tokens and earn MKF tokens. So he sent me the process, like the YouTube video on how to do it, and I'm supposed to have a meeting with him this week to go through that and stake some of my tokens to see the process and make sure that works before I announce it to my community.
Yeah.
But allowing, introducing a third utility to the project is kind of cool. You don't lose your tokens, you still own them. You can pull out at any time, but then you earn MKF tokens on top. I mean, I think that's pretty cool.
That's a nice bonus.
Yeah. There's a couple other partnerships, Turbo BSC, Group of Seven, the Crypto and Conspiracy Show. I love those guys. I've been a host or a guest on their show like every week. I love it. So lots of stuff, lots of good stuff going on. And, I'm working on another partnership as well.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. You never stop networking. Your net worth is your network. Like you never
Right.
want to be the smartest guy in the room, all that good stuff. Like always keep learning, always keep moving forward, man. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other, right?
It's all about awareness and spreading the word, because eventually, it's going to take off.
Yeah. I mean, we're literally on the ground floor.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt about that. So yeah, typically on the Vets and Crypto show, we'll bring on, we'll talk about a myriad of other products and hear what people have going on. Ideally, to stay with the ethos of the show, we'll ask, a founder. Let's say a founder isn't a veteran nor a first responder. Well, we'll ask them to bring on a guest who is, a friend, relative, whatever, just to kind of keep with that. And then typically we'll hear their story, what they're doing, how they got into it. And then we'll dive into learning about their project and their protocol and deep diving into what they got going on and everything of that nature. And it doesn't have to be for charity or anything like that. It's just more about bringing in, traffic, but also hearing about veterans and first responders and crypto at large, right? So I know in our community in Pulse Chain, just learned that there were a lot of veterans. I just kind of was quiet, trying to find my niche, in the community. Obviously everybody, a lot of people do technical analysis and, are really smart, have backgrounds in computer or software, this or that. And, I just like to eat crayons and, some of the tech is cool, all that good stuff. So it caught my interest and, obviously So one thing morphed into another, and I was just like, dude, there's a lot of veterans here, but a lot of people don't speak up or talk about, like it's like be proud of who you are and what you like, all that good stuff. So I try to pay it forward, post information. I collect, from the VA service connected as well, on that aspect, try to promote and share information as it comes about, put it out in my Telegram group or put it on my Vets Crypto on X profile and share the word,
Absolutely.
There's a lot of little gotchas out there. And so speaking of that, there's a lot of FUD going around, the VA is going to cut your benefits and this and that. And, and then you got the VA secretary, Doug Collins, coming out, putting out his own videos, hearing from the horse's mouth, right? Like there are no cuts to your benefits.
Right.
Like you see the words coming out of my mouth, type of thing.
I don't think that's the one thing that the government will always support is the VA benefits. Although some people don't take advantage of that.
Right.
And I know it's difficult to get enrolled and start the whole process. And it might be very overwhelming for a lot of vets, but it is worth it. Go through the process, get that done, start receiving those payments that you deserve.
Yeah. And get out of your own way. I talk to a lot of people. They're just like, oh, I'm going to save it. Like, I don't want to take any money out of anybody's pockets and this and that. Like, come on, like more now than ever. If you haven't been paying attention to how much just waste and abuse is out there, so if you don't use it, you lose it.
Mm-hmm.
So that is where we're at on getting the information out there to the people. So always appreciate this support and backing up on that aspect of it. So don't know if that's on my end or his end. Dropped out there. I could be just talking to the world by myself, but that's fine.
I heard most of it.
Shit happens, It's all good. Hey, you still there? All right.
I'm here.
All right. Yeah. So back on the VA side of the house, definitely, promote those that need the assistance. There are private organizations as well out there that will, for a nominal fee, if you get approved, you work out a deal with them, but there's a lot of free avenues. You can find a VSO, veteran service officer, do it yourself, all that. It is cumbersome. Once you're in, for the most part, your payments are for life. They're tax free. You don't have to ever declare them or share with anybody that you don't want to. You don't have to put it on your taxes. Like, that is yours, tax free. You earned it with your blood, sweat, and tears. You donated your body to the government for X amount of time, and so you do with that what you will, but don't be shy about getting yours. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
What else? Any other words, motivation?
Yeah, actually, I did want to kind of go over some long-term future plans. So obviously I created Veteran Token because it's near and dear to my heart, and it's what I truly believe in. And along the same lines, I have a bigger vision for all of this. And that's one reason I created the Heroes Alliance 501c3. My plan is to, once Vet Token is up and running well and giving back to veterans the way it should be, at thousands of dollars a month, I want to create 5 more tokens. and I want to create one for first responders, so police, fire, and EMS, and take the same idea and do it for them. And I want to create another one for hospitals. So for cancer hospitals, children's hospitals, even for the, I don't know, either the nurses, maybe that's under the first responders as well, because they're on the front lines with us. And then another one for schools. So underfunded schools, schools in underprivileged areas, stuff like that. And even for the teachers, because they work their asses off. They get paid for a 9 to 5, but they work for 12 hours a day on schoolwork, not just teaching, but grading papers, all the other stuff, lesson plans. Another one for the homeless. And not all vets are homeless, but there are some homeless vets.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
But get them off the street, get them clean, get them off addictions, train them in some skill so they can obtain a job and be contributing members of society. So, a token for that to give back to programs that help vet or any homeless get off the street. And then the last one would be for disaster relief. So I know in the U.S., LA just had this huge fire, and the Red Cross is there providing. I want to be able to give back to other organizations that help natural disaster victims and stuff like that. So that's long term, and only after vet is doing very well, because I don't want to take my attention away from vet.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll all morph into one another, and there's so much game theory and so much you can do with smart contracts. Just feeding the LP, buying, burning, creating scarcity, just all the things, right? It's really wherever your imagination will allow it to run, and finding a good, trustworthy dev, right? That will not put in a backdoor skeleton key or suck up all the supply, and that's the sad thing with Solana and all that stuff. It just for all the non-token people coming in and getting into the casino and just losing right away. It sets a bad precedence, yes. But some people get off on it. Some people like going to the casino and just hitting the button and playing the game. To each their own. There's, call them a bunch of degenerates, right? It is what it is. And some hodl, some jeet. It's the name of the game.
Many
right?
do. Many do.
You take the good, the bad, and the ugly, right?
Yep.
So, and then, I think it's higher. They always had that number 22, veteran suicides, per day. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
And I think that number's higher, unfortunately. So that's another, obviously huge cause to work on. And whether that's from the pharmaceuticals that they're pumping into people, I have seen, and hopefully it's starting to expand as far as alternative medicines, right? Like mushrooms, what is that called? Psilocybin, whatever, MDMA, what have you. A lot of people are doing ketamine. When ketamine is used in the appropriate way, not the party way, you go in a dark room, you put on your headphones, you lay down, and you just work on unpacking, unboxing some shit. But you need some guidance. I have seen it, and man, it breaks your heart when people try to take it on their own, and you can rewire some shit differently and not in such a favorable way.
Absolutely.
It can mess with you hardcore. So have some guidance, have a coach at a minimum, somebody to just be with you down that journey, because it's a rabbit hole and it's a journey if you're dancing with the devil on that side of the house.
Absolutely. And there are programs out there where people will help you for free, and you can get the help you need. You just got to trust them that they're in your best interest and are going to help you do that. Yeah, there's a safe way to do it.
It's a trust thing for sure. For sure.
Yep.
So, all right, my friend. Well, hopefully this is just the beginning of a long-term building relationship moving forward here. It's great to meet you first. And
nice to meet you too. This has been great. Thank you.
Yeah. We again, like I said, we tune it up, we liven it up more on the shit show. And
Cool.
We have fun, a lot of music, a lot of beautiful, creative people out here in the cryptoverse doing a lot of things. So might as well keep it interesting and have some fun with it all. So, all right, we're gonna do an outro here.
Awesome.
I gotta bounce real quick to an appointment, but yeah. So tomorrow, the rest of the week, people. We got the shit show at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the rest of this week. And then on Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific, we'll have Saturday TA with KRJ. So doing technical analysis with KRJ on Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So without further ado, we will shoot you guys out with an outro. And where did I hide that beautiful outro?
And thanks again to everybody in the audience.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good one, man. Until next time. Peace, peeps.
First Saturday, hey! Isn't it supposed to be on 2 feet? Holy!
Yo, it's the Hexicans again. Crypto, this ain't the end. It's real life, not pretend. The code is what we defend. We some crypto junkies. Hex and pulse chain, we comfy. The price action bananas. Chimpanzees, monkeys, making trust asleep. How can I claim a loss? Hex and pulse chain, they didn't rug. Gary Gensler, we're the victims. I really think you just spreading some FUD. So tell me what this is about. Oh, you do anything for the clout? You are a joker and I am dope, but that's just a fact. Full disclosure. So tell me what's next. You think with your heart's gonna run with the funds? I heard some influencers say that, and to me, that sounds really dumb. But that's just me, and we will see. Hex is no company. I own my crypto, how it should be. No restrictions, totally free. With DeFi, there's no middleman. Just code program to do what it do. Repetitive tasks, kiss my ass and regulate this new asset class, cause we some crypto.